Hey! Welcome to another episode of Whoosh here with me, Louie. Today we're doing a couple of things, so I'm joined by my amazing wife, Rachel.
Hey!
And we're here to talk about our experience at Terrificon 2025. Without doing too much of a preamble, this was a first for us for Terrificon, and we cannot wait to talk about it.
Can't wait.
So, let's jump in. So, Terrificon 2025 was a bit different because previously we went on Saturday 1st in 2023.
Was it one day?
Yep, I think we drove down on a Saturday.
Oh, so we just keep evolving.
We went, well, sort of, because we went down Saturday in 2023.
Yep.
We went down Friday in 2024. I think schedules kind of made it so Friday was the only day in 2024.
Oh, okay.
And then this year, we decided to do all 3 days at Terrificon. We stayed overnight at the hotel, which was really nice, actually. Like,
not a lot of driving.
No, almost no driving once we were there. I didn't step in the... Well, we went to the car to get stuff later in the day, but I don't think we... Yeah, didn't step behind the wheel at all. We didn't have to.
No, we got a room with our two friends. Legal names are Catherine and Brian, but I call them Katie and Santa. Which was nice to actually sleep over and not have to worry about driving home, getting stuck in traffic, food.
Yeah, worrying about anything, really. It was a lot more relaxing. Like, we've stayed over before for Rhode Island Comic Con, but that hotel wasn't attached to the convention, so it was still a little bit stressful getting there and back and doing all. It's still nice. It's very if you can go and stay close to the convention, it's always a much better experience because.
But this isn't a hotel review. This is a con review.
This is a con review. Thanks for keeping me on track. So our Friday we went down. We met our friend Bobby, who owns Bobby's Retro World. We were helping him out at this con as well. So there were a few times where you might have caught us behind the booth. Peter from the Paper Asylum, he actually popped in and saw us working behind the booth. And he was like, "You guys always come shop with me. Let me come shop with you."
Hey, Peter.
So Peter, thanks for stopping by. Always a good time talking to you.
The nicest guy. So
yeah,
nice.
Seriously.
So nice.
If you're ever in Beverly, Mass, make sure to go check out the Paper Asylum. It's worth the stop whether you're looking for comics, art supplies, Magic the Gathering. They have a ton of that stuff there, and they host Magic the Gathering too. So if you're in the Beverly area looking for a place to play, go check them out. And they do Pokemon. They do intro for classes for Pokemon. So if you want to bring a little one around, they're great. So shout out to Paper Asylum. Definitely go check them out. Our Friday, I feel like we kind of relaxed on Friday a little bit. We walked the con floor to see what was there.
I feel like we blacked out Friday. I think we were just so worried about, I don't know about you, but I was worried about getting down there. We have a dog, so like the dog sitter, getting down there, meeting our friends. What was parking going to be like? What was traffic going to be like? So I feel like I blacked out Friday so hard.
Totally fair. And I think for me, Friday was a bit different because driving down is stressful. I feel like it was different. Because traffic wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very quick at some points either. And then it did feel long at other points driving.
And there was bad road work right in front of the thing.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of road work on the way, like right off the highway right into Mohegan.
Yeah.
Which probably beyond their control, but very bad for like a very busy convention weekend.
But Friday we just mostly walked around, tried to scope out where people were.
Yeah, we did get there before Brian and Katie though, so we had a chance to kind of do a little bit of scoping out before. But my first thing I did for the weekend was convince Brian to buy something he probably didn't need, which was some 3D printed original Star Trek, like a phaser and a communicator. So I apologize for nothing, Brian. You loved them, but it was a good time. I did get to meet Scotty Young on Friday. We met him last year, but I got to go meet him solo this year because I was helping out somebody else, and I got an original art. If you go to, it's a weird website, but stupidfreshmess.com is Scotty Young's website. It's really cool. I love the name. I need to get some merch from it of some kind, just to rock it. I feel like
so much of his stuff, though.
We do, but I feel like Stupid Fresh Mess describes me pretty well. Anyway, he had an unoriginal art piece that was a cover of Galactus eating a bowl of cereal when the bowl is a half a planet, and the Silver Surfer looking on, absolutely mortified. So what was cool is we actually looked at that online.
We did.
I think like a week or two before the con, and we were debating buying it from the website.
Because we bought some last year and we really enjoyed them and how they look in the office and how they frame. Yeah. So we wanted to add more pieces for rotation because we like our collection to rotate, so it always feels new and fresh, and we always think like we always find something new within our collection that we already have.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the best part is we, like you said, we do keep it rotating, and I think that's probably one of the cooler parts of our collection. We try not to have too much, but just enough. And last year we got an Avengers poster, Scotty Young, well, I'm going to say Scotty Youngified version, on original art, and we got a, I think it was either an Infinity. Number 1 on original art cover print, and so Thanos was laughing maniacally on that one, and now we have Galactus. So we're just going to continue to do that. But last year I didn't get a chance to take a picture with him, so this year I had a chance to take a picture with him and get a piece of unoriginal art that I was really, really excited about. Spoiler: I love eating cereal. I try not to as much anymore, but it's a pretty good cheat meal.
True.
It's true. And one of the cooler things we did, if you saw my video about Little Giant Old School Comic Show back in April, we had the chance to meet Chris Campana there, and I bought a page of his original art there. But you, Rachel, you saw something there that caught your eye.
Yeah, so my fandom and what I collect is mostly Disney. So it's completely, I'm very Disney, I'm very villains, I'm very some Marvel, but not a lot. But he had a print of Godzilla, and I have not stopped thinking about it. Now, I'm not a huge Godzilla fan at all. Like, that's what I think in my head. But then when I sit down and actually think it, I grew up watching it with my dad and my uncle. I remember going to the theaters, seeing it with them. I watched -1. Right? -1? No.
No, -1 isn't, because it's not in the Monsterverse that we were keeping up on. So we're
Monarch?
Oh, Monarch, yep.
Monarch we watched. We watched the whole trilogy, and I just realized, no, I actually really like Godzilla. Like, I get him, he's tired, he's cranky, he just wants to nap and eat. Like, I just get that life.
He uses the Coliseum as a bed.
He uses the Coliseum as a bed, I get it. And I just really, after going to Japan, and I just really wanted something Godzilla for my collection. And I had him do a sketch of Godzilla, and I couldn't have been happier on it. But we're not going to show it yet, because it's out for grading.
Oh. No, we have a picture we could show.
Nope, we're going to wait.
Oh, we're going to do... Oh, okay.
We're going to wait.
She makes the rules, so it looks like you have to wait till the unboxing for that one. But, yeah, so we went and got a Godzilla cover done. We didn't pick it up Friday, because...
What we did was, we bought a bunch of blank sketches for comics, and I didn't think about getting a Godzilla one until I was going through Bobby's sketchbooks, and he actually had a Godzilla one, and it was all green, and I go, this is perfect, actually. Yeah. This is perfect for a sketch, and I'm really excited to show you guys. You might get a solo of just me showing you, because I'm really excited about it.
So that was pretty awesome. So we went and talked to him for a bit. I actually had him sign the Spirits of Vengeance book that the page is from, that I purchased from him, because I thought that would be the perfect companion piece to my original page from him. If you haven't seen Chris Campana's art, go look it up. I think he is phenomenal. He is one of the most humble people I've ever met, because he will tell you it's terrible. But I think his work is phenomenal, and I think he does a fantastic job. And one of the things I really liked is he had done 2 different Godzilla covers, and when you went and you talked to him, you had mentioned how you were nervous because he still had one, but it wasn't the one you were looking for.
Yeah, so he said he drew 2 different ones for 2 different books. Mm-hmm. And one was the old school 90s version.
Well, one was his first attempt at it. He was trying to make the 90s one the whole time.
Yeah.
And then his first attempt was the one you didn't like. And when he was finally able to refine it, he was telling us that was the one you ended up really liking.
But the drawing he had was not the one I liked.
It was the original one. It was his first attempt at Godzilla.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not what I want.
But what I liked is he looked at you and he went, all right, well, why don't I sketch it out? You can come back tomorrow before I ink it.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's actually what you're looking for. If it is, cool, we'll go with it. If not, we can change it.
Yeah.
And he did a phenomenal job. But, so that was our Friday. From there, we actually went to dinner with Brian and Katie. And we went to... it's like the shed.
The shed.
It was the shed, which
waffle and
I got chicken and waffles. Katie got chicken and waffles. You got
fish.
You got a fish sandwich.
Nah.
Salmon sandwich, I think it was.
Nah, it wasn't that good.
Fish sandwich, and then Brian got. I wish I could remember.
Oh, with something with hash.
Oh, was it corned beef?
Yeah, something like
that. Like a corned beef sandwich, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the food was good besides mine.
It was really good. I just can't remember what everybody got. Everybody had rave reviews, so if you're ever at Mohegan and looking for
good drinks,
a quick sit down, the drinks were both of us got teas, but they were delicious. We did try the alcoholic drinks at the table too. Those are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So definitely go check out the shed if you're there. But when you're at a casino, you kind of...
Supposedly, it's one of Sky's favorite places.
Is it?
I think it's what his handler said. I don't know. Don't quote me. Unofficially. Don't quote me.
Scotty Young is always a joy. That man is fantastic. He really is. If you ever have the chance to meet him at a con, absolutely go get in his line and meet him. He is phenomenal.
But Friday was pretty chill. I think it's because we knew Saturday was going to be go, 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 go.
It was chill. We did end up going around the casino, and I think I spent like $5. I'm not going to gamble. If I'm going to gamble, I'm going to go buy a comic book or a pack of magic cards or something, because that brings me more joy than throwing $5 in a machine and losing it, because I did that all weekend.
I won $10. I'm fine.
Yeah. So that was our gambling experience. Saturday came very early.
Yes, because we had to get in line for
Walt Simonson. So we got in line to get some Walt Simonson sketches, which
we get there.
Yeah,
we think we're first in line.
Yeah, we're the only people waiting in line, but we look down,
and there's a chair that says Otto, and I was like, the chair's name is Otto. Hello, Otto the chair.
And me being someone who watches a lot of comic book related YouTube channels, I was like, I think I've never met Otto from Three Men in a Basement, but I have seen him. And I was like, I think I know who this is. So we're waiting in line, and Otto is like running around the con, because Three Men in a Basement actually have a booth at the con, so he's busy, doing that, running the booth. And he eventually like comes back to the line, and like we tell him we're totally fine holding the spot for him. Like it doesn't bother us at all.
And I think this is my gripe with cons. Like there's an etiquette, I think, that should be unspoken. Like I don't know whose chair that is, but I always try to think, like, what if that person can't stand for long periods of time, or what if something's wrong with them? So I always try to give that person a benefit of doubt. So yeah, someone's chair's in front of me, that's fine, because there could be an actual something going on that we don't understand.
Yeah. So
it doesn't really bother me at all. Like I
was unfazed by it.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, it's a chair. They clearly beat us here.
Yeah.
They just had to run and do something quick. So
yeah, they could be by themselves. They could need a bathroom. Like it's not worth.
Yeah. So, but we end up sitting in line and waiting, and then Otto ends up waiting in line. He hands out the internal memo papers that used to be used by Marvel. So they're blank internal memo papers you can get sketches on and stuff. I am probably going to do that in the future because I think it's a really cool idea to get like maybe an Iron Man or something done on it. But then we end up sitting in line with him for like 2.5 hours.
Literally 2.5 hours.
Just talking and
just
getting to
shooting
know.
the shit.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Nothing.
Talking life, talking Disney, talking
work,
pretty much anything. Yeah.
Best experience.
Yeah.
Very down to earth guy.
Otto, thank you for literally entertaining us for
thanks.
the whole time.
Thanks
like
for listening.
couldn't have had a better chance running. So
yeah.
Thank you again. You're a '90s kid. You absolutely know the song Bop.
Oh yeah.
By Hanson, and turns out Hanson's playing a concert this weekend at Mohegan Sun. Well, as we're talking to Otto, he asks if we like Hanson.
And we're just kind of like, yeah, I mean, we grew up with them, you know.
He's like, are you going to go to the concert? And
but this is like after like we just talked about work, so it's like a hard segue where we're like, yeah, I guess.
And he's like, oh, you guys going to go to the concert? And we were like, well, we looked at it, like, but we didn't find tickets
like
or
a
something.
joke, like, oh, if they're $20, we'll go, you know.
Yeah, but I think I looked them up and it was like $51 a ticket or something. It was something where we're like, can't. If it's spend money on the concert or spend money at the convention, we're here for the convention.
Yeah.
So. But he ended up having and giving us free tickets to go see Hanson that night. So we went to go see. He gave us 4 tickets.
We left. We forgot to tell them the best part though. So after waiting 2 whole hours, 2 whole hours, 2.5 really, 2.5 hours, the handler comes up and goes, he's only gonna do 10 commissions. 10.
Oh, that was the best part? No, the best part was that after waiting 2.5 hours, they had a panel in 15 minutes, and they didn't come down the first time.
Honestly, the highlight was meeting Otto at this point.
Yeah.
Otto, you are our highlight of meeting. Who did we meet?
Walt Simonson.
Yes, you are my highlight because, yeah.
Yeah, so the handler comes out and says they have a panel at 11:30. This is at like 11 or 11:15ish, somewhere in there, and they're like, and God bless this woman. I feel so bad. You just see her go up like this to her coworker, and we all like, oh, he's not coming. So yeah, they didn't come down before their panel, but what they did for everybody that was in line for a drawing is they wrote a number on your thumbnail, literally on your thumbnail, not the YouTube thumbnail. Yep. But then you got to come back and get your drawing no matter what. I think we ended up waiting a while because usually most panels are about an hour, and they were like, if you come back in like 40 minutes, we'll be fine. I wanted to give them the full hour because we literally already spent 2.5 waiting.
And you don't know, like, do they need to eat?
Yeah.
Do they need a bathroom? Like, we try to be conscious of that too. But what was cool was when we got back, we noticed that the line was really busy, but Louis had number 3 and I had number 2, and I noticed the people in front of us had like 17 and 16. I was like, not 17 and 16, but like 10 and 9, and I was like, oh shit, now we have to wait. And the gentleman was like, oh, your numbers are before, you get to go ahead. And I was like, oh, like that's great that you guys actually honored that. Like, yeah. Like, thank you, like, because we were there an hour earlier. We waited 2.5, like, so it made me feel good that they actually, like, recognized, like, no, like, we know, like, we just put you guys to the ringer, like.
Yeah, it was really good, because I think we were both worried that we would just be, whatever, there was 10 people here, if you have a number, you just get back in line in any order. So that was really cool. Yeah,
I think we were just meant to meet Otto, though.
Yeah,
that's what
I do think that. Which was really cool. And also, Walt Simonson's drawings were really awesome. The Doom and Galactus covers we got were really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, shout out to those. Like, his skill is bonkers to watch, because he just puts a bunch of shapes down, and then he fills it in with, like, the inking, and
I watch them. Art. I watch them because, like, I can't draw, so I think it's interesting. And I swear I must miss something, because it literally goes to shapes to, like, a full face. I'm so confused. Like, I watch them diligently, but I look 1 second and it's shapes, and then the next second it's a full face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea.
It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. I don't know how they do it, but they do.
We can't do that.
No. We absolutely can't. But what was really cool, I believe Saturday is also when we met Howard Chaykin again. And we commissioned a Princess Leia from him.
We did.
Again, because last year we got one for Bobby.
We did.
And this year we got
but
one for you.
But we just enjoy him.
Yeah.
We enjoy him.
Howard Chaykin is a gem.
We had an interaction the last con that was amazing, that we talk about still to this day. Yeah. We actually ended up dancing together at one point, and it just always stuck with me to the point where I'm like, oh, this guy could be like family, he could be like a relative, like I really enjoy him. So I just wanted to go back and see, like, did he remember me? And like by the end of our conversation, I could see like the lights clicking.
Because he remembered the song that he sang while he danced with you.
Yeah. I don't think he could tell me my name. I don't think any of that. But like it was just a cool connection. But we found a fun fact about him. He's on the board of...
So Howard Chaykin is on the Hero Initiative, which helps comic book creators, writers, and artists who are in need. And I think that's a fantastic thing to be part of. And he's on the committee or the board or something there. So definitely go check out the Hero Initiative. And if you can, kind of donate to that cause if it's something that strikes you. So I think that was really cool. And the guy is one of my favorite people to run into at a con now. He's absolutely fantastic. Both last year and this year made him one of my favorites. And I'm so stoked to add the Princess Leia sketch.
Yeah. I enjoy him. That's why I go back every year.
Yeah.
To see him.
So the rest of our Saturday was very celebrity filled.
Yeah, it was definitely like, because we did a lot of stuff for Bobby, but then we wanted to make sure like our bucket was full and the people that we wanted to see we wanted to get some posters signed, some comics signed.
Yeah, we worked some of the booth for Bobby, helping sling some comics. Rachel did a really good job.
Terms?
I don't think it is. I'm gonna make it something though at some point.
Oh, don't. No.
Sling comics is not
gonna sling some comics.
Sorry. But so that was one of the big things we did there. One of the first celebrities I think we met that day was Brian Pausen, who you might know from The Big Bang Theory. He was also the minister in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
And Mandalorian.
He was also the sled driver in Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 1. And he actually partially wrote some of the Deadpool that came out, I believe, in 2014, 2015-ish, that time frame. So I had him sign my Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer poster because the next person that was there was
I was
Doug
like,
Jones.
It's a shitty movie? Just kidding.
It's not the best movie, but it's better than I remember.
Well, the worst thing is we rewatched all of the Fantastic Fours before that.
Before the new Fantastic Four, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep,
so
before
that was
we went
crazy.
to go see that one. It was a very Fantastic Four Saturday. But we went to go meet Doug Jones, who was the actor who portrayed the Silver Surfer in Rise of the Silver Surfer. He was voiced by Lawrence Fishburne in the movie, but Doug Jones did all the physical work for it. Doug Jones, you might know from Legion.
From what?
As the ice cream man.
Give us our credit rolls. Let's
he
go.
Is in Pan's Labyrinth. He happens to be the hand eyes person, as well as multiple other characters.
Abe Sapien.
Yeah, Billy from
Hocus
Pocus.
I should be able to give one word there. Billy. Where am I? Halloween people at?
Don't let me interrupt you.
No, I'm good.
Abe Sapien from Hellboy. He's just got a long list. If you've ever watched Face Off, he guests on there a lot, which is a fun story from.
We actually met him a while ago. It was at Rhode Island, and it was him, Ron Perlman, and then
I can never remember her name
but it was before her diagnosis.
Yeah, so it was the three main people from Hellboy.
And it was like a Hellboy thing, and we only met him for Louis' sister to get her an autograph. And the meet and greet was so amazing that we were like, we messed up.
Yeah.
We messed up hard.
Yeah, so we had to meet him because we didn't get his autograph. And we actually started a whole Hocus Pocus poster.
Which you probably saw.
Nope, I am slacking real hard because there's a convention we went to back in April, May.
This is awkward.
Called Pine State Expo, which I have all the footage for and should really put out. So maybe I will. That'll be something.
But we finally established that we basically live in Salem. Salem's a big part of our life. We just have to bite the bullet, and we have to get something Hocus Pocus. We just have to. It's sacrilegious.
Yeah.
We started late, whatever. Don't come after me. We finally did it. But
yeah, no, we did. We did. So, you'll see from the Pine State Expo video. We met, well, to be fair,
Max, Allison, Binks.
Those are the three. Max, Allison, and Binks.
Yep.
To be fair, we had
And
met
Billy.
Binks. We had met Binks before for my sister again, not for
Personal,
us.
Yeah.
But Jason Marsden's fantastic. So pretty cool.
Great experience again.
Yeah, absolutely. Doug Jones is phenomenal.
He's the sweetest gentleman you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah, he really is. He takes time with literally everybody and like genuinely listens to their stories and
makes you feel like you're the most important person in that room.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. So
like, no, sir, you're the star. Like you are the star, and he makes you feel like you're the star, and he's visiting you.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It is a very cool experience meeting him. One of my favorite things about the whole thing was like we did the selfie option with him, and he had his handler take different poses with us. Like it was his choice. Usually the handler will snap like a couple of pictures so that way if one's not good, but he was literally like, nope, we're doing all these different poses.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool. I genuinely enjoyed getting to meet him again.
Hands down, 10 stars.
Yeah,
10
definitely,
stars.
definitely recommend meeting Doug Jones if you have the chance. And our last celebrity of the day was one I was really looking forward to because
who was? I was just being like, dramatic and like, woo.
Because I think he's phenomenal in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, touche.
I thought he was the highlight of Captain America: Brave New World. That movie
Agreed.
Was a little all over the place, but Isaiah Bradley in that movie was on point the whole time.
And I love Sebastian Stan. And he didn't even step up near him.
He popped in for one scene.
No, but still, like,
yeah,
he crushed it.
Like, Carl Lumbly is phenomenal. If you ever watched the old Justice League.
I was gonna say, but he's been in your life without you knowing it either.
Yeah, he was Martian Manhunter on the Justice League, popped back up in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I had him sign a Falcon and the Winter Soldier poster for me. I felt like I liked that one more than Brave New World.
But I love that about the stars that we're meeting is that they've always been there in our lives. We just have never known it. So I think that's such a cool piece to see it like full circle.
Well, I think, and I think that's something to like, I've talked about it a little bit, but I don't know if I've ever fully talked about it. Like the voice actors and the voice acting. One of the weirdest and coolest things about like getting into D&D and seeing Critical Role and like watching those people, it really made me appreciate voice actors and like the people behind him. And then getting to meet Dante Basco for being Zuko, but also realizing that he's Rufio, like in Hook. And like, again, always kind of been there though.
Yeah. It's those people that like you for them, they're probably like, oh, it's another job, like hustling and working. But for us, it's like, holy shit, you've been there our whole lives and like different. Because he was, so like Dante was Rufio, Jake Long, then Zuko. So that's literally every decade that we've been alive.
He's been something pretty prominent. Yeah. No, it's true.
It's wild. It's crazy to actually sit and think like, oh wow, these people raised us because they were on Saturday and Sunday cartoons.
And it's so cool. Like, I'm looking over on the wall in the office, and I have a Static Shock poster signed by Phil Lamar, and he's just all over my childhood as a person. Whether it's Static, whether it's Kit Fisto, like the guy is just constantly doing work. He was Jon Stewart in the Justice League, like literally just constantly been there, and phenomenal, like phenomenal work from these people, and I can't say how much I appreciate them. And I mentioned it earlier, and we didn't finish it. Hanson.
Oh yeah.
We ended our night
with a Hanson concert. Which was not on our bingo card at all for 2025. No. That was not even our top.
They were surprisingly better than I thought.
Yeah, we ended up buying a song from their album. Well, I actually
bought it. I didn't buy it, but it was stuck in my head for like the next 3 days. But here's a couple of clips from it, because we did actually take a couple.
Yeah. And we're not singing in the background, so it's good.
I gotta say, they were phenomenal.
They were really, and the crowd was, I thought I was really nervous that we were gonna walk in and there was gonna be no one there, and like, I was gonna have to like fake it to make it, because like, I never want anyone to be in a situation where they walk out and there's nobody there. Like, my heart breaks. Like, I actually get sad when like people don't have people going up to their tables at cons. But like, I was so wrong. Yeah, they have a fandom. They're still living. They're still producing. Like,
they never stopped making music. Apparently,
they just toured. Not toured, but they just got called out with the Jonas Brothers. I was like, excuse me?
And that was like a week after we saw them.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I just thought the computer whole died. I did. I thought it just crashed.
Don't. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we should be good. It said the thing's muted, but we're back. Okay.
Is that your thing? I love it. It's cute.
So, Hanson was cool. The sun patio at Mohegan was actually pretty impressive. I like that they had some food truck options there, so you could watch the concert, but also go get some food. I think we got in line for like the taco truck at first, but the line was really long and we were starving.
And then we found bowls.
So we found like rice bowls that were pretty good.
They weren't bad. And I felt like food wasn't overly priced at Mohegan. Like, it was a little bit expensive, but not like Disney expensive.
Like, the shed was very reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm being completely honest, price-wise, completely
but not
reasonable.
A hotel review.
No. Or a restaurant. Yeah. But the Hanson show was phenomenal. Thank you again, Otto.
Thanks,
Otto.
Otto.
An absolutely...
Our friend Otto.
Amazing, random course of events that whole weekend that just led to an amazing...
And they have a show coming up. In May.
They do. The Three Men in a Basement comic swap.
Yep.
Go check them out on Facebook and follow them if you want to go to that event.
We'll be there.
I believe it's the weekend before Memorial Day.
Yep.
So we are planning to attend unless life has other plans for us, but we've got to go say hi to our new friend Otto. So you can run into us there if you want. That was Saturday basically in a nutshell. I think we wrapped the night up by getting ice cream on the way back.
Yeah. And bed.
Full disclosure. And then bed.
We were exhausted.
And then Sunday.
Sunday was a big day.
Sunday we woke up early again because I had a goal.
I had a dream. to meet Haley Atwell.
Hold on. Rewind back to Saturday for a second. You just reminded me. We also had a photo op with Haley Atwell on Saturday.
Oh yeah, we did.
So it was a very big celebrity day. The photo ops, if you've ever done a con photo op, it's like a quick, hi, how are you? Take the picture, get out. Yeah, you don't actually get to like
don't touch, don't like...
Because the idea is trying to run through as many people as possible to get the celebrity back to their table or to break or to something. So
yeah, the one suggestion I think with photo ops though is I think people with disabilities should go first. I don't think it should matter. This is my one thing I would like to say that I know no one's going to watch this, like, big from Mohegan, but I think, or like Terrificon, but I think they need to do, anyone with a disable needs to go first for a photo option, because we saw a young woman there with a disability, and it was just heart-wrenching that she had to wait basically last, and you could tell she was uncomfortable, and it just wasn't fair.
Yeah, like waiting in line wasn't something that she seemed like she couldn't physically do. Like
Yeah, and
it was painful almost for her.
But it was painful for us because they crammed us in so tight together, and I was like, I'm not okay.
And I will say, the staff was really nice because she was at the end.
Yeah.
They did say like she could sit off to the side if she needed to, or
like she didn't have to wait in line, but just let them go first.
Yeah, like a small accommodation line for certain situations might have helped that situation a bit more. And again, shout out to the staff because they were very helpful in trying to be as accommodating as they could with the limitations they had.
But just something to think forward, you know?
Yeah, some sort of line like that might help. But Haley Atwell was a gem taking a picture. She was really sweet. She made sure to say hi and ask how everybody was doing.
When you put the picture in, this lovely picture here, just to reference, my shirt is actually green.
It's true. It was a weird turn of events that basically made it match the background. Yep. I don't know how that happened, but it was pretty cool.
Yep, and we'll show you another picture of me in the green shirt for reference.
This is not one of those. Is it blue? Is it white and blue or black?
No,
and blue?
It's green.
It's green.
It's green.
But that was literally it for Saturday. So now we'll wrap up Saturday and we go to Sunday. So Sunday we get there early because I have a mission statement for Sunday for myself, where I promised our nephew that I would get him a book signed by Chris Claremont. He's reading through all of the old X-Men run, all of Chris Claremont's X-Men run, I should say, and absolutely, like, obsessed with it. So, the picture I'm going to put in this video is going to have the book crossed out, because if he watches this, I don't want him to see it.
Yeah.
It's his Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So, but Chris Claremont was at an absolute bizarre and, like, mind-blowing experience to be able to meet him, because he basically set up the X-Men that we kind of know and love, which is cool. Wrote a lot of the seminal stories from them, so it was really cool for me. Ended up getting an X-Men 141, the iconic Days of Future Past cover, signed by him, and I will unbox that later on from when I get back from CGC, but it was so cool. It was literally, I don't think I've nerded out that hard when meeting a celebrity before. Not celebrity. Well, he is a celebrity, but like a creator before. But it was really cool. I got to talk to him a little bit about like what he thought about the movies and their portrayal of Jean Grey. Yeah, so I took the picture. I sent it to my nephew actually after the con with the book blurred out, which is what you're seeing in here. And he was like, I was like, you know who this is? He goes, that's Chris Claremont. What the heck? And then immediately had to run upstairs and tell his mom that I met Chris Claremont and got him a book signed.
And what we try to do with cons is we honestly try to find Christmas gifts for our friends and family, because it fits so many little pockets of all our friends and family that we're like, this is a good time to get one of a piece Christmas gifts for people, because like my niece likes Beetlejuice, and you would find something Beetlejuice sometimes at cons, or our nephew's into magic, so we can get something magic, or our other nephew's into comics, so we can get comics. So it's like a really good mesh of like things that you can get at a con that's not like Amazon, or that's more unique. So I really like that we go Christmas shopping at cons.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. While I was meeting Chris Claremont,
I think I was actually working
you were helping Bobby.
I was working the booth, and I was like working and hustling and selling and working and hustling and selling, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. I did. I like helping people. I've always liked helping people. I met a really great woman. I guess her boyfriend is an artist. So we sold her a lot of blank covers. But very cool, very awesome. Yeah, I just like making connections with people. Just like, to talk. Because you never know who's going to show up. Like, I was literally just working, and Scotty Young just walks by. I'm like, shut the hell up. That's Scotty Young.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Scotty, I went to go get in the Jonathan Hickman line to meet him, because he's written a few of my favorite things, like Secret Wars 2015. He's done the Ultimate Spider-Man that we're seeing now. So he is a phenomenal writer. So I went to go get in his line, and while I did that, you went.
I went to Scotty's line. Before that, we saw our good friend, Box One, aka Alan.
Oh yeah, we did see Alan.
He is Box One because he owns Box One at Nick's Comic Strip. So Box One. But after that, I went into Scotty's line, and they told me he wouldn't be back for a half an hour. But honestly, no one was there, and I was content. So I just kind of chilled, sat by myself. There was one gentleman in front of me, I think from a store, because he had about the max of books you could have, which was fine. I just sat there, scrolled on my phone, checked the gram, nothing crazy. And then I ended up talking to the handler a little bit, and I was really excited because I only had 3 books. I had bought a trade paperback.
It was the book for me, and then it was Strange Academy #1.
So a book for me. So I only had 2 real books that I walked in with, and I bought a trade, which can go here. That I'm gonna read because I really like Scotty's stuff. I've read most of his stuff, and we just started.
I was gonna say you've read pretty much anything he's written since you and I have been together.
I think there's one book I skipped, but it was more darker.
I was gonna say I think some of his early stuff maybe we missed on, but
yeah. So I was just talking to the handler, and they're like, "Yeah, he's at lunch." And I was like, "Oh, that's fine. I don't care. Like, it's not a big deal." And I think I waited like 45, maybe an hour, and the line started filling up behind me, and it doesn't matter to me really. So he finally comes here. He comes to the table, and he's very apologetic. And there's really no reason to be. Like, he has a life. He saw a bunch of his friends. That's totally fine. And I go, there's just someone in front of me. And he looks at the stack of books. He's like, honestly, I'm going to take you first because you only have 2 books. And I'm like, no, like, that gentleman is in front of me. Like, that's totally fine. He's like, no, I'm taking you first. And he took me first. We ended up talking about a bunch of different things. Because first he liked my shirt, which I was wearing this one. So we talked about that. And then we were talking about the books, and I got one for Louis, and I was like, oh, this is my husband's favorite book that he really wanted to get signed, so I'm just gonna sign it for him for our 5-year anniversary. And he did sign it, which was nice, and do a very little remark on it, which was very appreciative. But he's just a good guy, and like, he spent his time with me, and I met him before, and the interaction was okay, but this one was very sweet. Like, I really enjoyed this interaction with him. I don't know if it was more like, I can't explain it. Like, I feel like I told you more about it when I walked away than I do now.
I think it was different this year than last year. I think last year was hard because we were middle of the line at one point. So
yeah,
like, he's trying to quickly get through all that group of people, whereas like this time you're the first one in the line. You've been waiting. His handler probably went up to him and was like, oh, they've been here for like 45 minutes, like, so
yeah,
probably different. I don't know.
And I don't know if it's because I feel like I was the only one in the group that just had like 2 books, so I kind of felt self-conscious that I was like, oh, look at me with my 2 little books. Like, when the guy in front of me has a stack, the people behind me have stacks, and I'm like, oh, just want 2 little books right here. But he was very sweet, and we talked about like these jerseys. We talked about I don't know what else we talked about. Oh, we talked about the food. I can't remember. We had such a good conversation, but I think it was just such in that moment that like I almost forget it because it was just so raw and so. It was like talking to a friend, where like you don't remember the conversation, but you remember like, that's my friend. Like, I'm safe. It was enjoyable. And that was it.
Do you remember last year when we had the chance to meet him, and like Jason Aaron was behind his table just talking to him for like 15 minutes? Not like, and I'm not complaining. I just thought it was really cool to see like Jason Aaron, because apparently they are almost neighbors essentially.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But like he popped over and was just talking. Like, Comic-Cons are a really cool experience to see the run-ins with people.
Yeah, and to get to see them as people, and like I feel like even though I don't remember our conversation, I remember how I feel about that conversation, and it was just a really good, and like, even my picture this time we look more like we know each other than a fan and a person.
Yeah, no, I think Scotty is a fantastic person to meet. I'm very excited about the book because the cover that she had signed for me was the Spider-Man variant where it's Scotty drawing Spider-Man covers and throwing them away frustrated, all crumpled up and stuff.
And all I said was, my husband loves this cover and he always wants to know, like, what is he thinking? And yeah, the remark on it's pretty funny.
So it's phenomenal. And then the other book was Strange Academy #1, which we had gotten signed by Humberto Ramos earlier in the show, which was really cool. If you haven't read Strange Academy, I can't recommend it enough. It is a phenomenal read. I think it's one of the ones we
both read together. Yeah.
So it's so good.
I think it's the first book that I read. No, because I hate Fairylands. Never mind. I retract this. I thought it was the first book I read from Scotty Young, but I read I Hate Fairy Tales first.
And Giant Size Little Marbles.
And Giant Size Little Marbles. Before I Hate? I think I Hate was first.
I think I Hate was first.
We'll Google that.
But it was really cool. Scotty is great. And while she was in that line, I mentioned I was in the Jonathan Hickman line for almost the same time. But his line happened to overlap Charles Soule's line. And I met Charles Soule last year. And it was a weirder experience because I got the Daredevil, I believe it's 11, the first Muse, signed by him because he worked on that book. And I generally loved that comic run and I liked Muse in the comics. And I was like, oh, he's going to be there. That's awesome. Let me get this one book signed by him. Turns out the first one from him is free. And I didn't know that. So I only had one book. But when I brought it up, he was like, oh, what are you getting this signed? And like, it kind of was a weird thing. I was like, I only have, like, it's only one book. Like, I felt almost called out, but not really. Like, I might have just taken it a little too personal that day. But what?
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. As a third party, like, if you came in and you had a stack of 20 muses, like, I would call you out. But you just had one muse book, and, like, you didn't have, like, a seller ID badge, or you didn't have, like merch on at your comic store. So I thought it was very weird to say something as a one book person.
Yeah. But what was cool is, like I said, I was in the Hickman line, and I completely blanked that he wrote the Death of Wolverine storyline. And when Rachel and I first got together, I've always loved comics. I read them probably throughout my childhood at different varying points, never fully collected, but Rachel encouraged me to start collecting. So I did, and the very first comic book run I collected was the miniseries for The Death of Wolverine, and I actually collected it at Harrison's Comics in Salem, Massachusetts. So if you're ever in Salem, go check them out too. But it was cool to have that surreal moment of, like, he's the one who got me back into reading comics, but to have that experience with the Muse book. So when I was in line, I just went up to him and I was like, I had the chance to meet you last year, and I completely forgot to say, like, thank you for the Death of Wolverine run. It's what got me back into comics and to collecting them. So it was a really cool experience, and he literally just looks up and he goes, well, thanks for coming back. And that to me changed a whole experience. So I don't know if he was just having a day last year, if it was just a weird interaction, but it was really cool to go back and get that kind of redemption moment there. So always give somebody a second chance, maybe, like at those cons, because they might be busy, they might be having an off day or something. So that was really cool. And then, as I said, I was in line for Jonathan Hickman. He wrote Secret Wars 2015, which is helping to influence the new Secret Wars movie. So that was cool. If you haven't read that one, I highly recommend it. Battleworld's a really cool concept. And the Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man he's been doing is also phenomenal. So that was kind of, I think, the end of Sunday, really, was Hickman, because we went back and we helped out Bobby a little bit more.
Yeah, and then we said goodbye to all of our friends.
We did, but speaking of our friends, shout out to Chris from Nick's Comic Strip. We also saw him there.
And Oscar.
And we saw Oscar. also, well, formerly of Nick's Comic Strip, also at the show. So shout out to Oscar, Chris, and Alan.
Oh, and let's say if you were there and you're like, oh, where were you guys? Where was your booth? We were right next to...
Very Gary. Check out his channel here on YouTube if you haven't. It's phenomenal. He's always buying collections to sell, obviously.
We've bought a lot of our early slabs. We've bought from him. I got my Jane Foster from him.
I got some Power Rangers ones that are... one of them's up on the wall, actually. Yeah. So, Very Gary is really awesome. Definitely check him out here on YouTube.
His dad's very sweet. We talk about jewelry, so...
Yep, yeah. No, it's true. It's true. They do. Actually, before we wrap up Sunday, as we're leaving the con, we take what is now the annual photo with the Thanos statue they have there.
Yep.
But we also stopped, and the 501st Legion happened to be there taking pictures.
There's the coolest Rex there, and you love Rex. And I was like, you gotta take a picture.
If you can see it on the wall.
Take a picture with Rex.
The light might be blocking kind of it.
Oh,
but
it's there, that guy.
Right there. But there is a picture of Captain Rex on my wall.
Is Cat Bane right below him? I can see it.
Hondo Onaka is below him.
Oh, but Rex is his favorite character, and there was a gentleman. His Rex was amazing. And day one, I was like, you're taking a picture with this. Like, I was a mom. I was like, you're taking a picture with this. You better smile nice. You'll thank me down the road for it.
Small. Now I'm looking at, like, my Star Wars art. But, yes. So, on the way out, I hadn't taken my picture with Rex yet. And Rachel's like, you need to take that picture. Well, it turned out it was now Rex and Cad Bane.
Double whammy.
So, I go and I take the picture with them.
Well, you're like, excuse me, may I take a picture?
Yeah, I was like, may I take a picture? And they were gracious enough to take a picture. And I posed for the picture with them. And after, Cad Bane calls over, like, the helper, and he's, like, whispering something to him. And the guy hands me his Cad Bane's blaster. And he goes, he wants you to take this home.
Where is it? Is it up here?
It's, no.
Oh.
It's
That's
not.
fine.
But it's in the picture that's here. So, that was a really surreal experience. I don't know how I ended up with a Cad Bane blaster for just posing for the picture, but it was really, really cool.
We were very lucky this con. We said the whole time, like, our luck was just, like, very, very great. And I think the biggest thing with cons is remember, like, patience and kindness. Yeah. And, you know, like, things don't go to plan and things can get hectic, and just to always be patient and kind because you don't know what other people are dealing with.
Yeah, no, I agree. The con was surreal. I think it really showed me the comic community is something that I think is phenomenal. I struggle to consider myself a part of it in the sense of, like, I just feel like it's so much bigger than me, but then, like...
Because everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
It's wild. So
it was, like, one of the first cons of going in and meeting people that we also know, and going to greet people that are friends of ours now,
and people recognizing us, which I feel like, why would people know us?
Yeah.
Like, we're not anything special. Like, we're a husband and wife from Massachusetts that just, like,
going to cons and
yeah, and that was really cool. It was like you could see people being like, wait, I know you, hold on, how do I know you, and then placing us and being like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a very, very cool experience. And I know we sat here talking for probably almost an hour about the whole con.
Too bad.
And there's literally no footage of the floor.
Nope.
That was actually an intentional choice.
I think I have a picture of Galactus here.
True. We do have the Galactus.
Yeah.
But, like, I unintentionally forgot my GoPro, which I use for filming. And then I intentionally made the decision of, I don't want to carry my phone, because I like my GoPro, I just strap it on and I get to walk around. Whatever I capture and I'll share. But my phone is a whole different experience where I have to hold it, pay attention, and focus. And I wanted to take in the con and the people. So I got almost no footage and just pictures. So.
But also go, try it out.
Yeah, definitely go to Terrificon in 2026 if you have a chance. Go to your local con if you can't make it to Terrificon. Check out the artist stuff. check out the comic books that they have going. A lot of them will do blank covers with art on them that they drew, or they'll do commissioned work there. It's phenomenal.
And if there isn't a comic store near you, you can honestly go to your public library. Public libraries have a lot of trade paperbacks that you can actually take out. That's actually how I got started when we started dating. I would go to my library and I would pick out a trade that I thought maybe would be interesting, and I read it. That's how I read Young Avengers, actually.
Yeah.
And what sparked my love for the Young Avengers. So, library is a good resource, too.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And if for some reason the library isn't overly accessible, things like Comixology Unlimited, if you don't have one, or Marvel Unlimited. I don't know if DC has one anymore. They used to, but I know it also shut down. But, like, those type of things with the digital comic book world, if for some reason you can't make it to a shop or aren't able to, there's also mail subscriptions that you can do through like Midtown Comics or Geek Boutique. Yeah,
wow.
you could make a pull list there.
Oh, I thought you meant like you know the magazines that you get like every month, like US Weekly. I'm thinking like that. Like
no,
they come through
they
US
will.
Mail.
They will.
Shut
So,
up!
like,
That's so cool.
So like you can do that where like you'll have them
okay.
pull your books and they'll mail them to you. So
all right, that's pretty cool.
You can always reach out to a local.
Then
comic
why are we
shop
going
to
to the comic store?
Yeah, because we like seeing Chris and Nick. And I think the two Mikes now. Mike squared. But like it's just there's so many good ways of reading comics and enjoying the comic community, but definitely make sure to check out the links in the description below. For Very Gary, for Bobby's Retro World, for Paper Asylum, for Three Men in a Basement, basically everybody who helped make this weekend a absolutely phenomenal weekend, including Geek Boutique, who I just didn't mention. But just go check out all those people if you can, and you want to support them. They have something there that might interest you. Definitely do. But I think we've probably talked enough for you guys.
Yeah. Let us know what you want.
Let us know in the comments if your favorite convention you've been to, your favorite thing you've picked up at a convention.
What should we go to?
Is there a local New England show we haven't been to besides Pine State Expo? Because I will put that video up so everybody knows we went.
Or if you need other resources on where to get comics, let us know.
Yeah, if there's anything, just let us know in the comments. Basically anything that we talked about today, if you have anything, and we'll be absolutely stoked to hear from you.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
see you
might
next
even
time.
respond. Doubt it.
She might even respond. But we'll catch you next time.
Bye.